Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way.
If Trump wins, that FC client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. You think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Definitely everybody and did this and everyone. And then we're like, well, how do you know? He's like, I read. It doesn't really mean anything.
Joe Rogan and Elon Musk are at it again, revealing some shocking details about the secret lives of Hollywood's biggest stars. In their latest conversation, they didn't hold back, shedding light on the mysterious disappearances of some famous figures. The first name they dropped? Diddy's close friend, Ellen DeGeneres, who has been completely off the grid for some time. No one has heard from her since the drama surrounding Diddy began, and it turns out she's moved away and undergone a major transformation. New viral photos show Ellen in a small pub in England with her wife, sporting a new hair color that makes her nearly unrecognizable. While Ellen claims her relocation is due to the political climate in America, many believe the real reason is her deep connection to Diddy and all the secrets she's trying to hide. After all, with Trump promising to hold people accountable for their actions, some think she's trying to stay out of the spotlight for good.
It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Look, in some shocking and sad news for the 74 million Americans who voted for Donald Trump, former talk show host Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have fled the US and moved to the UK in the wake of the result, telling friends that the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation, that they've settled into Cotswolds, a rural town in south central England.
Ellen and Diddy have a long history together, and their relationship is now raising eyebrows, especially as Diddy's empire begins to crumble. Diddy has frequently appeared on Ellen's show, where he would often talk about his extravagant parties. Ellen would laugh along, all smiles, seemingly unaware, or at least pretending not to know, just how deep the situation really was.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
Have a good night.
Have you been to his parties?
But here's the thing, Ellen's not exactly innocent either. People are revisiting old clips of her being cold and rude to guests on her show, leaving them visibly uncomfortable. Remember when Dakota Johnson called her out for lying about not being invited to her birthday party? That was just the beginning. These resurfaced moments, along with stories from former employees who described Ellen as the meanest woman in Hollywood, paint a stark contrast to her "be kind" mantra.
Belated birthday. When was your birthday?
It was October 4th.
October 4th. You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited. Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Back in 2016, Ellen gave Diddy a shout-out on his birthday, listing all his names: P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. But here's the kicker. She also added Cuddle MC Snuggle Stuff, followed by You Don't Need to Know Why. This random post puzzled everyone at the time, but in hindsight, people are starting to link it to the disturbing allegations surrounding Diddy. To make matters worse, rumors about Ellen's romantic past are only adding fuel to the fire. Allegedly, both of her late girlfriends passed away under suspicious circumstances, and now people are connecting the dots. It wasn't just bad luck. There are whispers that Ellen may have been trying to silence them because they knew too much about her shady dealings in Hollywood. And according to the rumors, Diddy himself might have helped cover it up.
Welcome. I bless you in removing your child from the big school, because my number one priority is the safety and well-being.
And it doesn't stop there. Some people are now pointing fingers at Ellen, alleging her involvement in the tragic death of Steven, Twitch boss, her former DJ and close associate. Twitch was reported to have tragically taken his own life, but a wild conspiracy theory suggests he was being blackmailed. Allegedly, Twitch stumbled upon a disturbing video involving powerful figures, with some speculating it could be connected to one of Diddy's infamous parties. People are theorizing that Twitch might have become a target once he learned too much. Now, with reports of Diddy cooperating with the feds, Ellen's name could come to light, potentially exposing her alleged role in this mess. If that happens, the consequences for her could be severe, with arrest even being a possibility, perhaps explaining why she fled.
No matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend.
Elon Musk even threw a warning shot at Ellen after reacting to a tweet that hinted she was fleeing the country. His response? A simple, cryptic emoji. And if there's one thing we know about Elon, it's that he doesn't drop one-word replies without reason. He's clearly signaling something bigger, and fans are all over it. While it may sound unbelievable, rumors on Twitter suggest that Oprah Winfrey could be linked to Diddy's dark secrets. Word on the street is that the feds have reportedly called Oprah in for questioning, connecting her to Diddy's notorious freak-off parties. Rather than face the heat, Oprah is said to have fled the country. While her official reason is supposedly to avoid the drama surrounding Trump's re-election, many speculate it's really to stay out of the spotlight as Diddy's ongoing investigation unfolds.
Todos nós somos médicos.
Everybody is a medium who practices good. And we are all children of God. And each person has their mission.
But how did Oprah, a media mogul and humanitarian, end up caught in the middle of such chaos? For years, rumors have circulated about Oprah attending Diddy's wild parties. However, her connections to controversial figures don't stop there. Let's not forget her close friendship with Harvey Weinstein. Photos of Oprah cozied up to Weinstein have resurfaced, reigniting questions about how much she knew about his predatory behavior.
Oprah Winfrey has had a lot of controversy around her African school for girls, with huge conspiracy theories starting that these girls were going missing from Oprah's school. All of these theories started shortly after Oprah opened her school in 2007.
Allegedly, everyone knew what Weinstein was up to behind the scenes, yet Oprah continued to collaborate with him and support his projects until his downfall. Critics argue that her silence during his scandal speaks volumes, especially considering her platform could have helped bring attention to his survivors much sooner.
Forbes magazine estimates Oprah Winfrey has given a whopping $400 million to education. One of the causes closest to her heart is celebrating a milestone.
This is a huge one for her. In an exclusive interview with ABC's Juju Chang, Oprah talks about the emotional and sometimes very difficult journey.
Another controversial figure Oprah endorsed was the Brazilian spiritual healer, John of God, whom she praised as a miracle worker. However, her endorsement hasn't aged well. Years later, John of God was exposed as a predator involved in a trafficking ring, if you catch my drift.
And I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Yes, without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous of you. Cheers to that.
See you at the White.
This endorsement not only tarnished her credibility, but also raised serious questions about how much she knew about his crimes. Then there's the entire mess with Oprah's $40 million investment in an all-girls school in South Africa, which was meant to be her legacy, a safe haven for disadvantaged young women. However, just months after its opening, allegations of sexual assault surfaced.
He was so upset over the fact that he got skunked on this run. That year, he decided to run the New York Marathon. And so he just started immediately training.
The school's matron, Virginia M. Gu, faced charges of sexual assault against 6 girls. Oprah flew to South Africa to address the issue, firing those involved and publicly stating that it was one of the most devastating experiences of her life.
Our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
Can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me. I'm off the table.
Next on Joe Rogan and Elon Musk's radar is Leonardo DiCaprio, who, according to sources, has fled to Italy. This move is believed to be linked to the Diddy scandal. Leo's sudden departure is raising eyebrows, particularly due to the timing. Just as Diddy's life seems to be falling apart, Leo is reportedly jetting off to Italy with his latest girlfriend. Fans are speculating that this isn't just a vacation, but rather a carefully planned.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one, yeah.
Wow. Okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one.
Going back to the 90s in Hollywood, where they were known as party buddies, attending major events together. Diddy's infamous white parties were legendary, and Leo wasn't just a guest. He was the guest. Diddy even dubbed him his #1 invite, making it clear that Leo was a key member of his inner circle. Now, old photos and videos from those wild parties are resurfacing, showing Leo deep in the mix. While Leo's team insists he hasn't been in touch with Diddy for years, fans aren't buying it. The timing of Leo's recent trip to Italy seems too convenient, sparking speculation that it's less of a vacation and more of a calculated retreat. There's even talk that Leo might have gotten too close to the younger crowd at these parties. Let's not forget, Leo's almost 50, and for years, he hasn't dated anyone over 25. With Diddy facing serious charges, it's likely he won't go down alone. If naming names can help him strike a deal, Leo's name could easily come up. Diddy's trial is set for May 2025, and Hollywood insiders are bracing for the fallout. This isn't Leo's first time facing controversy. Remember the 1MDB scandal, where Leo got caught up with Malaysian financier Joe Low, who allegedly embezzled billions. Leo had to give up luxury gifts, including a Picasso and Marlon Brando's Oscar, to distance himself from the mess. Now, fans are wondering if he's using the same playbook to avoid the Diddy drama. With the scandal spiraling, there's no telling who might be dragged into it next. For now, Leo is doing everything he can to stay out of the spotlight, but how long can he keep running? Another former Diddy associate, Ashton Kutcher, is reportedly leaving Hollywood, possibly to escape the drama. Sources claim Ashton and his wife, Mila Kunis, are planning to leave the country for quieter pastures, far from the chaos. While Ashton might not be the first person to come to mind when you think of Diddy's scandal, their history goes deeper than you might expect. In the early 2000s, Ashton and Diddy were close, connecting through their work on MTV. They even ran the New York City Marathon together in 2003 and were frequently seen partying at Diddy's infamous white parties. Now, with Diddy behind bars and the feds reportedly investigating everyone tied to him, Ashton's decision to quietly exit Hollywood is raising